Whatever you focus on, it's going to multiply. So the things that you think about the most, those are the things that will multiply in your life and that will manifest in your life. But if you're focusing on this and you're focusing on that and you're not really clear about what you want, your life is a manifestation of that.
What's up, everybody? Odhiambo is my name. Shifting mindsets and raising potential is my game to help you live and create a life that you're proud of. Welcome to another episode of Collins Elevates You. And today I'm so happy to be joined by my friend all the way from the USA. She's called Loronda C. Giddens. She's an author of 3 great books. She's a veteran, from the US Army. She's also a lifestyle strategist and a great keynote inspirational speaker. Her brand is focused on helping organizations reshape their workplace culture and promote wellness. So I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in today, and I'm sure that you're going to get some value out of this Zoom interview. Hope you guys enjoy, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below or contact us, okay? Thanks so much. Enjoy the episode. Peace.
I saw that you are in the army, but if after completing my high school, I had an opportunity to join the army. The relative of mine was like,
yes,
with this grade, you can join the army. I was like, no, that is not for me. That is not for me. I was like, my mindset was, I saw videos and I saw documentaries of how hard you guys work, like the exercises that you guys have to go to, the challenges. I was like, I'm not ready for this. So when I saw that you're in the army, I was like, you must have faced some challenges. So I don't know, maybe you can share with us maybe 1 or 2 ways on how you approach your challenges. Like, what is your mindset when you approach challenges?
Well, I'll give you I never really know where to look with this cameras and the videos, so I'm kind of all over the place.
It's okay.
But one of the most recent challenges, I would say in the last 7 years, actually with this month being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, that was one of the biggest challenges I faced in 2012. In my final year of graduate school, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Whoa.
And it was just one of those times in my life where it was just like, wow. I never asked, why is this happening? Because I always know when something happens in my life, there's going to be a reason for it. I can say that now in hindsight because, I have the wisdom and the life lessons, so I can say that now. But, at that time, it was very difficult. But generally for me, whenever something adverse comes on my path, I immediately start to push. I immediately get to a place where it's like, I've got to deal with this situation. I don't have time to sit and cry about it. You have your moments, you have to grieve those things, you have to feel those things, but I immediately start pushing. There's this inner strength in me that I don't know where it came from, but, I just start pushing when challenges come on my pathway, and I try to understand, what is it that I need to do next? What's that next step that I need to do? For me, it's all about just, my mind is very strong and it's very powerful. And I just start to push. That's the only thing I can tell you. It's just, and it's immediate thing that kicks in. It's like, if there's a problem in front of me, okay, what can I do to solve it? I'm a problem solver. So let's get in here. Let's figure out what we need to do. Okay, I need to do this. I need to have surgery. I need to, go to my doctor's appointments. So just making sure all those things are done and just getting it done. I'm just one of those get it done kind of people. Nice. I don't believe in just kind of not being a part of life. I feel like sometimes we just let life happen, but other times I feel like you just have to be active. You have to, if there's something that you want to do and adversity comes on your path, and life is going to happen. So if people are waiting for a moment where nothing is going to happen in life, because some people are like, oh, I'll fulfill my dreams or live my dreams when, this happens, or when that happens, or when that happens. So if you're waiting for a moment in your life where nothing is going to happen, you're going to be waiting forever, literally, because there's always going to be something in your life that you have to deal with. So I think just learning how to manage those things and manage when adversity comes on your path, it makes better when when things come up. It's like, oh, I recognize this, so let me find a way to move on and continue to live my dreams and live my desires.
That is interesting. I like what you say about doing something about it. Rather than just sitting back and crying and wondering about doing something about it. I think I even made a video about. I made an episode a few weeks ago. I think a few months ago. It was titled "Do Something." The do something principle. Like just do something. Just take the first step. And as you continue doing something, ideas will come, maybe people will come, solutions will come your way that would have never manifested in your life if you're just sitting there complaining. And nowadays, I normally say, you're complaining and even posting on social media about your problem. Like it never works for you if that's what you're doing. So you have to take that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you have to take that step, and then solutions will come. So
very true.
I'm really proud of you, and I'm so happy that you're okay right now.
That's true.
Right now, and that proves that you're a strong woman, and you are a survivor. And that is great, man. That is great.
Yep, 7 years.
7 years. Ooh, that is great. So I wanted to know also, like, what inspired you to take up mental health counseling? Like, what inspired you to dive into that?
Well, always been interested in psychology. I fell in love with psychology in the 12th grade, and I've always wanted to understand more about myself and the brain and how things worked, and that's really how I fell into it, is just wanting to understand more about myself. And it just really led down a path to working with kids who are at risk, who had mental health challenges. And it again, if you're paying attention enough to your life, you know where the next step is. You know what the next thing you're supposed to be doing. And it just kind of unfolded again that way. Just, again, take a left or take a right, call this person, talk to this person. And, I found myself in 2001, I moved to Atlanta in 1998. I was still working in the corporate sector then. And I didn't know how to make that transition from working in the corporate environment to working in the field of psychology. I had no idea how that was going to happen. But, following those instincts and following those breadcrumbs, it led me to Atlanta and working in a place where, at-risk youth were in group homes and the criminal justice system. And that's just kind of how it happened, dealing with kids who are, at risk or having trouble at home or having trouble at school. And, being able to work with children, on a full-time basis. That's kind of how I got into it. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
Nice. That is great. I feel like we have to work on our kids, like Generation Z and so forth, because, they're the future. And right now, there's so much, depression, anxiety, comparisons, that if we don't take time to, counsel these students or counsel this young generation, then we are going to be leaving them like to anything. You understand? Like, you're just going to be living a life, with no control, with no awareness. So I'm really happy when I hear somebody doing something for the kids, somebody trying to change the mindset of the young generation. I'm really happy for that, and I really support that, and I want to thank you for that. That is something really great that you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep on doing and keep on elevating them. Both large on the law of attraction. So I wanted to get your perspective. Some people critique it. Some people say that, it doesn't work. But we are big on that. We know that it works. But I wanted to get your perspective. How does the law of attraction work? How can somebody make it work for themselves?
Well, first of all, you have to be in a place in your life where you're super aware. You have a heightened sense of self-awareness, because that, to me, self-awareness is the key to my success. When you're self-aware, you start to notice I don't call anything in life a coincidence. I feel like everything happens as it should. So when you're paying attention to those quote unquote coincidences or those idiosyncrasies of life, and you start to connect the dots and see how those things really are how they make sense to you and how they make sense to your
Yes.
life. And I think when you're in that space
Mhm.
and you're doing things to increase vibration, like meditation, I meditate every single day,
Mhm.
and it increases my level of awareness. So I feel like the higher I elevate my energy,
Yes.
I'm able to attract exactly what I want.
Mhm.
Exactly what I want. I feel like when you focus on certain things, whatever you focus on, it's going to multiply. So the things that you think about the most, those are the things that will multiply in your life and that will manifest in your life. But if you're focusing on this and you're focusing on that and you're not really
Mhm.
clear about what you want,
Mhm.
your life is a manifestation of that. When
Mhm.
you're at a space in your life, I've been meditating now for, I would say, over 20 years now.
Wow.
And the level of clarity in my mind is
Mhm.
just so crystal clear
Mhm.
that things are attracted to me that are just, I can't even explain it to you.
Mhm.
I can't explain it. I can
Mhm.
feel that my vibration is elevating more and more and more. And I think one of the funny things is, sometimes I'll see people out or they'll see me
Mhm.
and they'll say, "My God, Loronda, what is it about you? You're shining today." And
Mhm.
it's just oozing out of my skin now because
Yeah.
I feel like I've found that sweet spot in life where I'm able to really be clear about what I want. There's no confusion about it. And I'm obsessed. I'm literally obsessed with, my goals and my dreams and my desire and just living my purpose. So to
Mhm.
me, that's what law of attraction is. And, even just how we met, it's a law of
Yes.
attraction moment. So,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, you can't
Woo!
explain that. You
Can't
explain,
explain.
you can't. You can't.
Imagine that your voice was the only voice all the youth in the world right now could listen to, and you are just to say something like one thing that the youth could start working on to better themselves. You understand? What is, because I know you've worked with a number of people, a number of youth, so you've seen maybe a
Yeah.
trend, maybe there's a challenge that they are mainly experiencing. So what will you tell them if you had that
Mhm.
opportunity? Mhm.
If I could just tell them just one thing,
Mhm.
the one thing would be to believe in yourself.
Mhm.
Believe in yourself, because a lot of times young people, they have so many different challenges, so many different things coming at them all the time that they have to make sense of.
Mhm.
And their brains don't truly fully develop until, into adulthood.
Mhm.
So I think one of the biggest challenges that youth have is believing in themselves and knowing that they can do certain things and knowing that they can accomplish whatever they want to.
Mhm.
Just keep moving forward. Don't ever stop. But you
Mhm.
have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe that you can do whatever it is you want to do, you'll never do it,
Yes.
because no one else is going to believe in you but yourself.
Mhm. That is
And
good.
even if nobody else in the world believes in you, you
Mhm.
have to have that belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one thing I would tell them.
Mhm.
The kids need to have that encouragement. So wherever they are, academically and socially, we need to teach them how to celebrate themselves, first of all,
Mhm.
instead of looking outside for validation from others.
Mhm.
Teaching them how to validate themselves and to just understand that they matter. And I think a lot of
Mhm.
times kids are, they get involved in certain things because they don't think they matter. They don't
Yes.
feel like they're approved of by this social group or that social group. And just
Mhm.
teaching them that they really matter is really important, and celebrating kids where they are. So if you're a D student, then you can get better,
Yeah.
and teaching them that it's okay. If you made a best and you got a D,
Mhm.
okay, well, what's the next best effort? Okay, so the
Yes.
next best effort is a C, and the next best effort, just teaching them how to put their best foot forward
Mhm.
and to keep constantly strong. Just because you got a D doesn't mean you give up completely.
Mhm.
You just keep moving until you're
Mhm.
able to get to that point where you can achieve that A or that B or whatever grade you're looking for. But, celebrating where you are and making that count and making that matter is important.
Mhm. This book by Carol Dweck, where he talks about the growth mindset, developing a growth mindset,
Mm-hmm.
understanding that, okay, a D represents my previous efforts, my previous plans, my previous blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to get a
Right.
C, for me to get a C plus, or for me to get an A, then These three things have to change. Very simple.
Right.
The deed doesn't say that that is who you are. That the deed does not define you. Funny thing, I normally tell students, after you leave that gate, that grade that you got, or those grades that you've been getting, is like they really don't help you. These grades help you get to the university, but the real things that help you is the person that you are. So if you're able to understand, I'm the kind of person who always improves, who's always getting better, then you can use that even after you leave school. You know, where can people find you online?
The best to find me online, because it has everything, is my website. It's www.LORONDACGIDDENS.com, LorondaCGiddens.com. That's the best place to find me. You'll find all of my social media. Hello, send me an email. I'm always available.
Nice. And where can they find your books?
They can find the books on the website as well. So my books are on there. My podcasts are on there. Videos are on there. Everything is there. But you can find the books on Amazon.
Nice. So before you close, let me just say I'm really thankful for this opportunity, you know, for being able to connect with you, you know, taking your time to be on this podcast, you know, all the way from the United States. I'm here in Kenya. You know, I don't take it for granted. Yeah, I don't take it for granted. How we connected, you know, just confirmed.
It's crazy.
That confirmed, man. It was like, wow, this is crazy, but it confirmed to me, you know, about the law of attraction, and now I have that belief that I feel like I'm just getting started, and more and more of these experiences are going to happen, and they're going to come through. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for what you're doing, the impact that you're making, you're having on this planet, the guys that you're elevating, the guys that you're touching. And I want to say thank you so much for that. Keep on doing that, and may God open your ways, you know, open more doors for you, and you know, just get that opportunity to make an impact and to leave a legacy on this planet. So, thank
you so much for having me. This has been fantastic.
Yes.
You can't see it, but I'm wearing my Africa shirt.
Oh,
I'm presenting Africa today.
I can see it. Dope. Nice. So the last question is, what is your script for living an elevated lifestyle?
Getting lots of rest, drinking lots of water, and meditating. Like, you have to keep your mind clear so new ideas and creativity can enter. If your mind is cluttered, you just have a cluttered life. So maintaining clarity is the most important thing for me to live an elevated life.
Nice. Thank you so much. I know we are going to make more and more episodes together. Other than that, everybody who's listening, make sure you connect to the Loronda. You can also ask her any questions, you know, because from your questions, you're able to create content. So ask more questions, check her out. And if you want her to be on your podcast, in fact, just contact her and she will be there. Other than that, people, remember to love your life, live fully, and create a legacy. And it's your boy.
I really appreciate you.
Odhiambo. Thank you so much. Peace.